Amidst the delicate balance of war and peace, tension in Eastern Europe continued to grip the world's attention. Russia had issued a stark warning regarding the potential deployment of European peacekeeping forces to Ukraine. With Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov at the forefront, the Kremlin declared that such an intervention would not be taken lightly and hinted it would be seen as an act of war. This was a clear signal to European nations considering bolstering their defense efforts. The political landscape was further complicated by recent announcements of increased defense spending by European nations, each seeking to assert their stance amid the growing unrest. There was a palpable air of uncertainty, with Western alliances teetering on the edge of direct involvement. The gravity of Lavrov's warning was not lost on NATO members, as the very fabric of Europe's collective security was being challenged. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, U.S. President Donald Trump added another layer to the already complex geopolitical equation. He had positioned himself as both the hammer and the anvil, threatening Russia with severe sanctions should they refuse to seek peace with Ukraine. This ultimatum came as the United States tactically paused military aid and intelligence support to Ukraine. The move was as strategic as it was audacious, placing pressure on both Moscow and Kiev to find a diplomatic solution. Against this backdrop, Russian President Vladimir Putin stood resolute, evoking imagery from history. Putin made it clear that Russia would not retreat from the territories in Ukraine that it occupied, drawing parallels with Napoleon's failure to subdue Russia in 1812. Putin's rhetoric was pointed and symbolic. He turned his gaze towards the West, specifically criticizing French President Emmanuel Macron's notion of extending France's nuclear deterrence to its EU allies. From Putin's perspective, this was an existential threat rather than a protective measure. This intricate dance of diplomacy, threats, and historical narratives underscored the severe complexities and risks confronting Europe and the wider world. As alliances were tested and national interests came to the fore, the question lingered: how far would the global powers go to either escalate or resolve the conflict peacefully?